New poll on healthcare from the Kaiser Family Foundation. Majority of public supports Medicare-for-all. Larger share favor Medicare-for-all option for anyone who wants it. So that would be a public option, basically. So you could see on the left there, do you favor or oppose having a national health plan or Medicare-for-all in which all Americans would get their insurance from a single government plan? 59% say yes, we favor it. 38% oppose it. 3% don't know. And then on the other side, do you favor or oppose having a national Medicare-for-all plan open to anyone who wants it, but people who currently have other coverage could keep what they have? And actually, you know what? The way they phrase that, that's not even a public option. That's Medicare-for-all plus the option of supplemental private care. 75% of people say, let's have a Medicare-for-all system and supplemental private care. 75%. Only 20% of people are opposed to Medicare-for-all. Wow, what a giant sea change. And who do we have to thank for that? This guy right here. Because 2 years ago, the number was about 51% of people who supported Medicare-for-all. Now we're up to 59% when asked no private health insurance, just Medicare-for-all, and 75% when you say Medicare-for-all and supplemental private care. That's a giant change. I'm not sure you've seen that big of a jump in a 2-year period in any issue ever. I mean, maybe that's the case with gay rights or gun background checks, but on almost no other issues do you see that big of a jump in that small amount of time. And listen, this shows that there's hope. Because you educate people, and they get it. And the problem is just that the politicians are not representing the people. And when you go to the polls for Democrats, for example, according to some polls, over 80% of Democrats favor Medicare for all. But you still have many Democratic leaders who say we're not in favor of Medicare for all. So the problem is the politicians aren't representing the people because the politicians are swimming in money from for-profit health insurance companies and Big Pharma. So we got to get the money out of the system and we got to fight back. But at least we're at the point now where we already won in terms of the battle of competing philosophies. We already won there. And it's not just that now we know 75% of people favor Medicare for all with supplemental private care. It's also that it's the number one issue that people care about in the country. We just covered that poll from Gallup. When you ask people, hey, what's your biggest concern? Like, what issue do you care about the most? People talk about healthcare, number one. It's number one of all the different issues. So they care about this issue a lot, and they know the answer is Medicare for all. I wonder who's gonna do well in the 2020 election if they decide to run.